Yeah, it's our IT problem.
I can call them now if you want me to.
Yeah, if you want to,
3507, right?
you might get a little bit better response now. No easier moderation, press the alt key to post the job.
You're number 47. 47? Have you been that far down on the waiting list?
Probably. Yeah, I think they're all working.
Hi, how you doing? This is Jerry Hennigan. I'm judge of the 324th District Court, and I've got a problem with my my Zoom. It won't let me get on YouTube because there's a message that comes up that says your browser does not currently recognize any of the video formats available. So would that be y'all's issue?
It's YouTube.
Well, there's only one. Yeah, there's only one that even gets me into Zoom. So, yeah, and it's Firefox. If that's a browser, I'm a total illiterate when it comes to technology and computers. But anyway, it's always worked in the past, and I noticed it didn't work. It didn't work about a week ago. I mean, actually last Friday, or last Monday rather, and it's still not working. I would be, yes, I'd be honored if you would. The number. Yeah, can you see it over there?
Yeah, they put it on the back. TC0
TC0
630
630
13.
13.
That's yours.
No, I use it. No, I don't use the app. I use we have a, it just comes on. It comes on. I don't use the app. No, yeah. I use a link. Yes, I guess that's the word. No, it's just like if I go to the Tarrant County website and click on sign in Zoom, I sign in Zoom and then it lets me get into Zoom. So that's how I do it. And I can get in through the app, but that's not the way I get in. Yeah, you go up here and just click on that, and then it opens up, the window opens up, the little box opens up, and you go to sign in Zoom, and then you sign in. I mean, we can get out of it now. Okay. Okay, well, we got people signed. Shoot, I got people signed into this one already. Let me see, I see this. I hate to lose all these people. Can you widen me out back here? And I guess yeah, I need to get out of this one here, I guess, before I can go back in again, don't I? I'm in it already. Yes. And all you just go up here and click on the www line there, and just go to, and you click on that, and it goes to the sign in Zoom. And I click on sign in Zoom and it opens up Zoom. And then I just log into Zoom that way. Okay, good. That's what it says, but it has in the past. So I don't know. No, I'm about to start a little trial, maybe about an hour, maybe might be if you have time or something like that. Probably around 10 or 10:30 would be a good time. 10:30 would probably be a real good time if you have time to do it then. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, but can you widen me back out here now? Can you get me back to where I was? I guess. I don't know. I never saw me in such small place. I just want to get back to where, yeah. Now, if I can get the picture, I'm here in this little picture. You can see it back up here. I just need that widened back out to where it was, the big picture. I got people waiting for me. Yep. There you go. Yep. You done good. Except that little black box is there. Is that still black box should be there? Now we're out of it completely, I guess. I don't know what we did. Okay, well, I guess I get back in it. There we are. Now you've done good. Thank you very much for your help. And I'll talk to you around 10:30 then. Thanks. Okay, bye. Tabitha, Malachi, Stephanie Golden, who's that? Hey.
Hey, they get you going?
No, she's gonna come. She said she'd come up. She's gonna call me about 10:30 and come over here. She
Wonder
said,
why you have to do yours through Firefox.
that's the only one that'll open it. According to David, that's the David Brock.
You might ask them because mine goes through the regular county internet phone, but I don't know. I don't know.
Either. I don't know either. I don't know anything. It's so frustrating not to know anything.
I get to the point where I don't want to know anything.
Actually, I kind of like to know stuff like that. I don't want to know much about law or judging or court reporting. I don't want to know anything about that, but I'd like to know something about this other, like, is it your browser? And then I'm thinking, what exactly is a browser? I think that's a Firefox. Isn't that the browser?
It is.
Okay, see, I told her right about that. Okay, I'm gonna let Jill and Whitney in because I don't know who some of these people are.
We have Tabitha Powell, maybe.
Yeah, she's the mom, but she signed a waiver and she's also signed an affidavit, and I'm not sure why I didn't want to take that. We got Malachi Tribe, which is a child. We got Stephanie Golden, and I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, I don't either. You want me to do Jill and Whitney?
Yeah, let Jill and Whitney in. Let's talk to them.
There comes Jill. Get down to Whitney. There's Whitney.
Ms. Johnson, Ms. Vaughn. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fine. Ms.
Doing
Johnson,
well.
what the heck are we doing today with your 6-inch binder full of exhibits and 2 waivers and
I told
affidavit of relinquishment? I thought this would be one that would take like 3 minutes, let alone 3 hours.
It could.
it could, Your
can.
Honor.
So tell me, I kind of vaguely remember us talking, and I told you I needed an ad litem, and we talked about Whitney, and you know, basically, I don't remember exactly what the story was, but basically all I wanted was Whitney out there on the limb with me. So when they sawed us off, we went down together. Something.
Well, she's out there with you. Your Honor, I don't know that it's been accepted yet. And I know when we were in front of you in January, you said you were not inclined to grant the termination. This isn't really just a voluntary termination where mom's trying to get out of support. There is a lot more to it. And Ms. Vaughn has investigated all of that. All of the parties and Ms. Vaughn still all agree to the termination. They all agree that it's in the kiddo's best interest. Yesterday afternoon, I filed a proposed agreed order for termination that has everybody's signatures, mom, dad, grandma, Ms. Vaughn. So this really could be a 3-minute proof up if you wanted it to be.
Well, let me interrupt you. You say you filed that yesterday because it's still not on Jim's today, because I looked at it right. In fact, I looked at for it about 10 minutes ago. So you think
I did, but it was probably around 3:30, so they may not have accepted it yet.
Okay. Do you think you could have someone in your office email it over here to me?
Sure,
Have it.
sure.
Okay, let me give you can I give you the email address real quick?
Yes, sir. Well, Your Honor, I'm gonna be real honest. I'm the only one in the office right
Okay,
now.
Never mind.
But I can email it to you.
You can do, okay. Well, just tell me, let me give you the email address and you do it whenever
Okay.
you, either now or later, we'll decide. But send it to LW BALDRIDGE@tarrantcounty.com. He's my new bailiff.
That's your bailiff's email address? Okay.
Brock has flown the coop.
I know.
I was so sad.
I know,
Yeah.
I am too.
Well, me too.
I'm happy for him, but
Yeah, he didn't look unhappy to be flying. He didn't look like he had his wing broken in any way. So. But anyway, yeah, I think he'll do well. And Larry, this guy's name is Larry, and he's a good guy too. So I think everybody will like him. Yeah. So tell me again why did I have some reluctance to terminate her?
You have not heard anything on this case. And I think you were probably, well, here I go trying to figure out what you were thinking.
Yeah.
But I think that you might have thought that she was just trying to get out of paying child support. She does have a large child support arrearage. She's never paid child support. She's never going to pay child support. My client isn't concerned about that. But I have a counselor that's going to appear today. There's a very long history. My client has had this kiddo his entire life. Mom has come in and out, mostly out, up until the past year or so. And once she started coming into his life, he suffered terrible emotional damage, became suicidal, freaks out before and after every visit with mom, comes back, changes his appearance, changes his sexuality. She's just poisoning his mind with all kinds of things about the family. She manipulates him every time she sees him. She records all their conversations. But probably most importantly is when this child was young, he was abused by this man named Timothy Powell. It was mom's boyfriend. And mom and Mr. Powell decided to move to California. And they did, and they left the child with my client, grandma. And in the meantime, dad went and got a custody order of the kid, and there's a injunction against Tim Powell being around the child. Well, that didn't stop mom. She stayed with Mr. Powell. She came back a couple of years later, filed a petition to terminate my client's guardianship. She lost, and the court found that she was living, I think out of wedlock is what they said, with the man that abused the child. And there was a court order against her having this man around the child. So she obviously couldn't provide a safe home for the child and denied her request. She still didn't break up with Mr. Powell. In fact, she went and married him. And they are now married. And that's, the kid knows what's going on, and he feels like mom has always picked Tim over him.
Sound
And I'll be real.
sound like her rights should be terminated. Why don't you ask for that? Okay, Whitney, what do you agree? Do you agree with the sordid tale by Ms. Johnson?
I do, Judge. And this kiddo, he's 12. He's very eloquent. He very much knows what's going on, not because anybody's telling him, but because he's old enough that he's picking up on it. And he's been in litigation for the last decade. So he knows. And he just wants it to be done. He says he's tired of the courts. He's tired of talking to lawyers. He's tired of telling his story over and over. He feels better when he's just with grandma. He has a strong bond with grandma. He likes his life there. And mom coming in and out is just disrupting that. You know, every time she comes in or out, it's just a major disruption for him, and he has to kind of start all over. And so he was pretty clear with me that this is what he wanted.
Okay. Well, I'm for it based on that. So we've got a Malachi. Is he in the? I've got a Malachi tribe in the waiting room. Is he here? I mean,
It should
I bet
be-
that's Susan.
Is it a man or a woman? Can you tell?
no, it just says Malachi tribe. We got Stephanie Golden, who I guess is a counselor.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Here we got Stephanie Golden, Malachi tribe, Tabitha's here, and somebody plus LGK20 plus.
So one of those is my client, and one of them is the child's father. One of them's on a cell phone, and one of them's on Malachi's computer. So that's why it says Malachi.
So the child's father's Christopher tribe?
Yes, yes.
So he's still in, I mean, he signed a waiver. He's not signed an affidavit, right?
He is not relinquishing at this time, but
You're asking him to relinquish?
no, not at this time. My client would still, Your Honor, even if you do terminate, she has an order out of Arkansas. She would like an order from Texas naming her sole managing conservator. Her son is in agreement with that. Their prior order says that his visitation is as agreed by mom, and he's okay with that. And my client would like a new order from Texas, putting that, well, I guess we don't need the permanent injunction against Mr. Powell anymore if mom's terminated.
No, I'll terminate. And if Mr. Tribe is on board with whatever, I'm on board with it. So just tell me how, and I don't know if you want Ms. Golden to testify, or be here. I'm happy for you to approve up if Ms. Tribe Ms. Powell and Mr. Tribe approve. I guess we need to bring them in, but I just need to check and see how they want to do it. But how would you like to handle it, Jill?
Okay. I'm sorry, Your Honor. 1 second. My paralegal just walked in. She's getting this email address from me so that she can send
Okay.
you the order. I have a proposed order on tribe. Can you email that to Judge Hennigan's bailiff?
Larry, she's about to email you this tribe order too. So when you get it, if you'll bring it to me.
And it has everybody's signatures on it.
Yeah, make sure you get the last page that everybody's signature, and if for some reason it won't copy, go find. Well, yesterday he couldn't copy every page. We have equipment issues. We have all,
We all do.
Don't we all?
yeah.
Your Honor, so Ms. Powell in her relinquishment said that she doesn't need any further notice. She does want a copy of the order of termination, but she doesn't want to participate in anything. Or she said she didn't need to participate in anything. So I can prove it up with my client and then just ask Mr. Tribe if he's in agreement with what she was requesting as far as the modification goes. And if that's the case, I don't think I need Ms. Golden, and we could let Tabitha go too.
Okay, so you may just I can bring Ms. Golden in. I'll bring Tabitha in and just tell her I'm going to agree, and she can be excused.
Okay.
I kind of hate it. I don't want give her any opportunity to say she wants to revoke it, but she would probably have to.
Do you want to let Tabitha Powell in, Judge?
Want to is way too strong a word.
Would you like me to let Tabitha Powell in?
Yeah, I guess let Tabitha in. Let's talk to her for a minute.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Thanks. Good morning, Ms. Powell. Good morning, Ms. Powell. Can you hear me? I think I can hear something, but I think your volume is way down low. Now, can you say something so I can see if I can hear you?
Can you hear me?
I can now. Thank you very much. All right, I was talking to the lawyers, and it's my understanding that you have signed an affidavit of relinquishment as well as a waiver, and that you're at least still standing behind the affidavit. So if that's the case, there's no need, I think, for you to appear here today, and I'd be happy to release you. Where
Okay.
you don't have to sit through this. Is
Okay,
that satisfactory with you?
that's fine.
All right. Well, then I'm going to let you go then, and I wish you the best and be safe. So I'll let you go, and thank you very much for appearing.
So are they going to tell me what the verdict is, or?
Well, since you signed an affidavit, then I will terminate your rights. Your
Okay,
personal rights.
gotcha.
And I don't know, Ms. Johnson, do you intend to send Ms. Powell a copy of the order, or how do you intend to do that?
Yes, sir. She indicated in her relinquishment that she would like a copy of it, so I will send her one.
We'll get you a copy
Thank
of the
you.
order, or Ms. Johnson will get you a copy of the order anyway.
Okay,
Sign.
thank you.
Okay. Well, good luck
Alrighty.
to you, ma'am. And so I'll let you go. So you can disconnect now.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Did work.
If I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, do we need, let's see. You don't think Mr. Tribe's not gonna be a problem, right?
No, sir.
So you want to admit Ms. Golden, tell her we've got an agreement here, looks like.
Sure. She'll be happy.
Okay.
At the door there, Lynn. Ms. Golden,
Good morning, Your Honor.
how you doing?
I'm doing great. Hope you are too.
I'm doing fine. It looks like this trial may take into Sunday, so I'm going to need you for the weekend. Is that something?
Good luck with that. You got great jokes. I love it already.
No, I think after talking to Ms. Johnson and Ms. Vaughn, that I'm agreeable to the request filed by Ms. Hill. And as I understand, Ms. Vaughn is supporting, and they tell me that you support that as well as a child's counselor.
Yes, sir, I do.
And so if that's the case, I think it's going to end up just being a little prove up here. And so there's no need for you to stick around. And I know you're
Okay.
disappointed, but we won't. We'll get you another time.
That's okay too. You don't have to. But if you need me, I'll be here.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you, Ms. Golden. It's awfully nice to meet you, and I hope you have
Same here.
a good weekend. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You, sir. You too as well, sir. Thank you, Ms. Johnston, for your support.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye,
Okay.
y'all.
Bye. Okay, now let's see. I guess we'll try Malachi Tribe. That's bound to be Ms. Hill.
Okay.
And you want to get Mr. Tribe in too, and let him go, or how do you want to do that?
Could I prove up the termination with just, oh, I don't guess it matters. Yeah, I don't care. Whatever's easier for you.
No, I think you just need to do, you got an agreed, I don't care if you do a prove up, actually, if you have an agreed order, if you want to do a little prove up on the record though, for the termination and also for whatever you're going to do with Mr.
Sure.
Tribe, that's fine too.
Sure.
In fact, Jennifer,
Yes.
why don't you go ahead and let this other person in? We'll sort out who all these people are. All right.
Yes.
And I think my office emailed that order.
Yeah, he just said, well, let's just see it.
Okay.
Can you check to see if you got that order on the tribe case, Larry? Just came in.
For some
Okay.
reason, the Malachi tribe is not
Yeah, Mel,
anything.
nothing's happening there with him.
And that would be my client.
Yeah, I know.
I sent a little, there's a little, there it goes.
You Mr. Tribe? You Mr. Tribe, sir? Mr. Tribe? Ms. Hill? Can y'all hear me? Okay, it doesn't show that you mute, so I'm not sure. We're not making any contact though, apparently. Excuse me just one second. Larry? Yes, sir. This is gonna be.
Remember, I want to know how come you don't have to turn your camera on.
I don't have one.
I was thinking the same thing.
That just doesn't seem fair.
I know. Yeah, I requested a webcam from the county. They did not supply one.
If she's not busy.
Likely story.
Okay. Which judge?
Susan, can you hear me?
Right.
I don't know what's going on with theirs.
Chris, can you hear me?
Okay, I was, and I can't hear anything.
Okay, I'm sorry. Ms. Tribe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I had video, and now.
All right, good. And Ms. Hill? Ms. Hill? Not really sure. It doesn't show she.
Okay, I can see Jill. I just can't hear her.
Can you hear me now?
Malachi's phone won't allow me to turn up. That's what has to be turned up. Video, media, and it won't allow me to.
I can hear you fine, Mr. Tribe, and I can see you. Can you not hear him, Ms. Johnson?
I can hear him.
It won't allow me to select.
It's almost like.
Sorry, Jill. We're new at this. we can't hear you at all. We're trying to figure out what's going on with the sound. If you can hear me, just
I can
let
hear
me
you.
know.
We can hear you.
Okay, yeah, we can't hear you at all. We're trying to fix that right now.
Okay. And now if we get Ms. Hill.
Okay, I wonder what's.
Miss Hill and I practiced this, so
I can hear you now.
that this wouldn't happen.
My son had his phone on Do Not Disturb, I guess. And
Can you hear us now?
yes, ma'am, I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
Good.
Now, are
That's
you at your
one.
Are you at your mom's house?
Yes, I am, but I am in the guest room.
She's having the same problem.
Oh, let me help her out
Okay.
real quick. I just figured it out. Okay, I'm gonna sit down for a moment. Okay.
Oh, they're in
Thank
the same
you.
house? They're in the same house?
They are in the same house, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
He didn't, his phone doesn't have Zoom capabilities on it, so he went to his mom's house so that he could join.
Well, it's working out well.
Okay.
Susan, can you hear us?
Mom, she's talking to you.
Okay.
She's,
Mine keeps crashing every time I get launched meeting, it crashes.
she said hers keeps crashing every time she hits launch meeting.
Well, you might have her coming in there with you, Mr. Tribe. And are you on your phone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, if you turn your phone sideways, we could probably get both of y'all in the picture. And
Okay, yes, sir.
that-
No problem at all.
Sit over
It was just sit side by side. So
there.
you
You
get
can
both
sit
of us in
right
the
there, and
picture.
then we're both on the same, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Can you see her?
I can.
I can see her.
Okay. Her computer just not making any sound, sir, so I'm sitting at the table with her so she can hear everything from the phone I'm on.
Susan, can you hear us this way?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Does this work?
We got it. Figured out.
Welcome to Zoom.
You're right.
Yeah, okay. Well, Mr. Tribe, I understand that you're agreeable to the order that you signed with, that Ms. Johnson prepared, and Ms. Johnson signed, Ms. Vaughn has signed, Ms. Hill has signed, and you signed, and I assume Ms. Powell signed. So you're still agreeable with that, aren't you, sir?
Yes, sir, with the terminating of her parental rights.
Terminating her parental rights and
Yes, sir.
forth, whatever right, I'm not sure what your rights are. You're not being terminated.
Oh, yeah, no,
Whatever the
yeah,
right,
no, none of my stuff.
I assume it's all set forth in the order though, and I'll let Ms. Johnson prove that up through you, Ms. Hill. So,
Okay.
if y'all are
Yes,
ready,
sir, yeah.
we
Yeah,
can
I'm
get
still
started
here.
on this. You ready, Ms. Johnson?
I am, Your Honor.
Are you ready, Ms. Vaughn?
I'm ready.
May I say, please forgive us if there's a latency in the phone. So it might take us, yeah.
We got it.
We'll try to make it work. It's going to be on the
Okay.
records. This is where the Jennifer Hunter that you may see on your screen is our court reporter. And
Okay,
we need to, everybody be clear. And if it starts cutting out or anything, we may have to ask y'all to repeat your answers or something. So let's just see. We'll try to
yes, sir. Sounds
work
good.
our way through it the best we can. All right,
Okay.
Jennifer, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll call for final trial. Calls are 324-646-17218, styled in the interest of Malachi Christopher Tribe, a child. Present today is the petitioner Susan Elizabeth Hill, as well as her attorney Jill Johnson. The respondent Tabitha Powell appeared and was released by agreement of the attorneys and the court. Ms. Powell did file an answer in this case originally, and then filed a waiver in this case, the latest waiver being on February the 14th of 2020. In addition, Ms. Powell executed an affidavit of relinquishment of parental rights, with that affidavit being done on January the 2nd of 2020, and the waiver and the affidavit are on file, and the court will take judicial notice of those documents. The respondent, Christopher Tribe, is also present. Let the record reflect that Mr. Tribe has also executed he's actually executed two waivers in this case, but you executed a waiver after the petition for termination was filed, with that waiver being on February the 11th of 2020. But he is present here today, and so we'll proceed. And so I'm going to ask Ms. Hill and Mr. Tribe if you'll both raise your right hands. Do you both swear or affirm the testimony you'll give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
I do.
Thank you. Ms. Johnson, you may proceed.
Thank you. I would call Susan Hill. Ms. Hill, can you state your full name, please?
Susan Elizabeth Hill,
And what is your date of birth?
September 30, 1953.
And you are retired, is that correct?
Yes.
And where did you retire from?
United States Air Force,
Okay. And where do you live?
at 5128 Ambergris Trail in Fort Worth, Texas.
And how long have you lived there?
About 3 years.
And Malachi lives there with you, is that correct?
Yes, he does.
And Malachi is the subject of this lawsuit, is that correct?
Yes, he is.
Okay. And how are you related to Malachi?
I'm his paternal grandmother.
Okay. So his father, Christopher Tribe, is your son, correct?
Yes,
And Mr. Tribe is here with us today?
Yes, he is.
And Mr. Tribe currently lives in North Richland Hills, is that correct?
Yes.
And do you know, and Malachi's mother is Miss Tabitha Powell, is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
And where does she live?
Missouri, Blue Springs, Missouri,
I'm sorry, ma'am.
in Blue Springs, Missouri.
Okay.
I'm not sure the town, but it's Missouri.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out just a little bit. Well, actually, you're garbled here, so try to say it again.
Blue Springs, Missouri.
That's Blue Springs, Missouri.
Did you get that, Jennifer, the address?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So no one lives in Arkansas any longer, correct?
No.
And Texas has been Malachi's home state since 2016.
Yes.
And when was Malachi born?
March 5th, 8.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Cut out again, ma'am.
March 5, 2008.
Good, much better. Keep doing that. We can hear you now.
I'm sorry, my son's phone started dying. I had to bring grab a charger, so it should be much clearer now.
Okay, thank you. You did charge your phone? Are you charging your phone now?
Yes.
Yeah, we're all good to go.
All right, good. Go ahead.
Your Honor, if it's easier, I only have a couple of questions for Mr. Tribe. I could ask his questions, then we could let him go so that maybe there's no interference between the two of them, or they could.
I think it's fine, and it's real clear, and Ms. Hill kind of turned her head a little bit there.
Okay. Ms. Hill, can you tell us Malachi's birthday again?
March 5th, 2008.
So he's 12?
Yes, he is.
Okay. And where does he go to school?
Right now, he's going to K-12. He's
Okay.
homeschooling.
Okay. And when Malachi was born, where was he born?
In Little Rock, Arkansas. North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay. And where did you live at that time?
I lived in Cabot, Arkansas.
Are those two places close to each other?
Yes, about 10 miles apart, maybe 15.
Yeah, maybe 15 minutes.
Okay. Mr. Tribe, let your mom testify down. We'll let you do it in here in just a little bit, okay?
Sorry. Yes, sir.
Let me get-
Want to get over here, Mom? I was holding it for her. I'm sorry.
Here we go.
This is difficult.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so from the time Malachi was born, in 2008, for the first couple of years of his life, were you a big part of his life?
Oh, yes, I was.
Okay, did you keep him quite often?
Yes, he spent most of his time at my home.
Okay, and at some point, did his mother Tabitha take him and move to Missouri?
Yes, she did. She moved to Missouri the summer of 2009. He was about a year and a half.
Okay. And while she was in Missouri with him, was Malachi neglected by his mother?
Yes, he was.
Let me interrupt you, Ms. Johnson. Ms. Powell signed an affidavit, so as far as I'm concerned, that's sufficient grounds for the termination if you want to just go through that without going through the whole history, if you'd like to do that. It's up to you.
Absolutely, I would. Okay. Susan, Miss Tabitha Powell executed an affidavit of relinquishment of her parental rights, did she not?
Yes, she did.
And that is on file with this court?
Yes.
Okay. And do you believe that terminating her parental rights is in the best interest of Malachi?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you tell the court why you think it's in his best interest?
Because Malachi he's happy with me and he wants to stay with me in his home permanently. And I have provided for Malachi most of his life. I have the ability to continue to provide for him. I have, financially, I have the savings, I have investments, I have the income to be able to do that. I plan on raising him to continue loving him, promoting his spiritual, his emotional, his mental health and well-being. And I want to encourage him toward his education and his dreams. I feel that over the years, Malachi, he has suffered a great deal from the inconsistencies of Tabitha, from the lack of her visits and from her phone calls. She didn't make them. She has manipulated him to the point at times he was shaking with fear. He would cry. He would be brokenhearted from the things she told him. And when he lived with Tabitha, he was neglected. She allowed other people to abuse him. He was even at times in the room with adults that were engaging in pornographic entertainment. She let Malachi go hungry to the point of malnutrition. She was told at one point by the court that Tim was not allowed around Malachi, but she married him anyway. Once she began monthly visits, Malachi started suffering from depression to the point that this little boy started talking about suicide. So the counselor recommended I take him to a psychiatrist. I did. And he was diagnosed with PTSD due to the abuse he had suffered. His mom works on him to say that abuse never happened. To continue this relationship, and he has this fear that she's going to eventually bring Tim, it's not helping him to heal. There's just no excuse for her abusing him she allowed him to be abused. I feel she just didn't care about Malachi. And this abuse, it continues through these visits, through her manipulation of him. And without this termination, Tabitha can continue to sue me and she can continue to torment Malachi.
Okay, so Ms. Hill, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Are you asking the court to terminate Tabitha's parental rights?
I am. I think that it will make Malachi feel safer and more secure.
Okay, and are you asking the court to name you Malachi's sole managing conservator?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Vaughn, do you have any questions of Ms. Hill?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right, and I would like Ms. Johnson, if you'll ask Ms. Hill some questions as far as what she thinks is the best interest as far as Malachi and his dad are concerned.
Yes, sir. Ms. Hill, you just asked that you be named Malachi's sole managing conservator. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you requesting that Mr. Tribe be named his possessory conservator? This is what we discussed previously, where he has access to Malachi's medical records, educational records.
Yes, he should have. Yes.
Okay. And you and Mr. Tribe are under a current order that his visitation with Malachi is as the two of you agree to it. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
And you're asking that order stay in place as well?
Yes.
And you believe those things are in the Malachi's best interest?
Yes.
Witness.
All right, do you have any questions at this time, Ms. Hill, Ms. Vaughn?
No, Judge.
All right, call your next witness, please.
I'd call Christopher Tribe.
Go ahead, please.
Mr. Tribe, oh.
Leave it plugged in there, Mom. I got a louder voice than you. It's fine. It's sharp. You can see me right here. Go ahead, Jill. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Can you state your full name for the record, please?
Christopher Dean Tribe.
And you are Malachi Tribe's father, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you believe that terminating Tabitha Powell's rights is in Malachi's best interest?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, and you're asking the court to grant that termination today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are asking that you be appointed Malachi's possessory conservator, is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
And you are in agreement that your visitation with Malachi continue as it was under the prior order, which is it's as you and your mother, Susan Hill, agree to.
Yes, ma'am.
And you think that's in Malachi's best interest?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Certainly
I'll
do.
pass the witness.
I'm sorry, you passed the witness.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Vaughn, do you have any questions of Mr. Tribe?
I think Miss Johnston pretty well covered it, so no, Judge.
Mr. Tribe, are you paying any child support to Ms. Hill for Malachi?
I don't come over and give her cash or nothing like, but yeah, we all support together. I do, take care of them fully. And if it's okay with me to say, you gotta understand that when Tabitha first left.
Sorry, it's cutting out.
You're cutting
I
out.
just had to, I had to step it up. So yeah, I take care of them.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Could you begin again? You cut out.
Now, we didn't understand the whole answer you made.
I was just stating that from the moment Tabitha left, I've been financially supporting my son from day one. I was lucky to have my mom to step in and help me out, as a young man. And, so no, we don't have like a thing where I cut her a check every month, but of course, I, financially support my child. My mother and I work together very well to make sure he's very well taken care of financially.
You don't live with your mom and Malachi, is that correct?
No, sir. No, sir, I sure do. I don't. Live about 20 minutes down the street.
All right. Do you know if there's insurance on Malachi?
I have a life insurance policy, if that's what you mean.
I'm sorry, sir. I could not
Oh,
hear
yes,
you.
yes.
I didn't hear what you said, sir.
Are you asking about health insurance?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Malachi has health insurance.
Okay. Are you maintaining that health insurance policy on him?
Yes, sir. It's Medicaid.
Oh, he's through Medicaid? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you paying any medical support reimbursement to the state?
No, sir. I hadn't received any bills yet, but I'm sure when I do, I'll have to pay them.
There's not gonna be any bill unless you're ordered. All right. Ms. Hill, do you have to give her back the phone or anything? Well, there she is.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is the child on Medicaid?
Yes, sir, he is.
Okay, and so there's been no order, I presume, in the past about any medical support reimbursement to the state?
No, sir. No, sir.
Your Honor, the only child support order that is out there right now is for Ms. Powell to have been paying child support, and it was out of Arkansas. It was registered here back when the suit was filed, but the order is out of an Arkansas court.
I have no problem. Ms. Hill testified that she can support the child. I really have no problem with if she agrees that Mr. Tribe pay no child support. I do have a bit of a problem with no medical support because all of us are paying for Medicaid, and it costs about $250 a month per child to insure a child through the state, and I think there should be some reimbursement by Mr. Tribe to the state, not to Ms. Hill, for the medical support anyway.
The only way I can provide medical insurance, I can't put him on my insurance policy, is through adoption. The fact that I have custody of him doesn't qualify him.
I have no problem with the child being on Medicaid. That's certainly something.
Okay.
I have no problem with. My problem would be that I think Mr. Tribe should pay some reimbursement to the state for the Medicaid. Ms. Powell's being terminated, is going to be terminated, so that leaves only Mr. Tribe. And I just don't think it's fair to the taxpayers of the state of Texas that he paid no reimbursement. And
Sure.
I believe
Sir,
that.
I agree.
In fact, I would suggest that it's very likely the Attorney General will just come back in here in the not too distant future and do it if we don't do it now.
Okay.
What do you do for a living, sir?
Right now, working at Oak Creek, build manufactured homes.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
You're cutting out.
I work at Oak Creek.
Oak Creek?
I build manufactured homes. Yes, sir. But I'm actually, good Lord willing, moving to a new job this week, making twice as much. But, you know, that's with luck. I get underpaid, but I work really hard.
So, so you do have another job, or you're just hoping you get another job?
I had an interview that went really well. You know, I'm working currently. Just, I'm getting offered better pay at a different company and hoping I get called back.
So you had an
Currently, I
offer.
work at Oak Creek.
Okay, but you've had an offer for a better job.
Yes, sir.
And
I had an interview.
You're going to accept that offer?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm very excited about it. I really hope they call me back. The interview went well. It's the ball's in their court now. You know how that can go.
Well, okay. So what do you make at Oak Creek?
$12 an hour.
And how much you're going to be making at this new job if you get it?
If I get it, they're talking about starting me at $17 an hour. But of course, I'm not the only applicant. I've just got to wait, you know, which again, fingers crossed, I hope I get it.
All right. Do you have any other children besides Malachi?
I sure do, sir.
And are they under the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
Are you
I only
paying?
have one child besides my son, and that's his sister, my daughter. She's 3.
Okay. And are you paying support for that child?
Oh, yes, sir. I have full custody of my daughter.
Well,
Yes, yes, sir. She lives at home with me.
And so is that child on Medicaid as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will say, moving from Arkansas to Texas was a bit expensive. So Texas Medicaid is better than Arkansas, I can tell you that. So it's been a blessing. But.
All right. Well, Ms. Johnson, Mr. Tribe, I think a fair amount of medical support would probably be $110. That's way less than 9% that I could hit him with. But I think there ought to be $110 ordered as medical support.
Understood.
So I'd like for you to change the order. And you know, if you agree with that, Mr. Tribe?
Yes, sir. Of course.
Okay. And Ms. Hill, that you understand that money won't come to you; it goes directly to the state. But you don't. You
Yes,
agree.
sir.
You agree with that?
Yes,
do you?
sir.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. If you'll just add that to an order, you don't have to get it all signed again. If you can plug it in some way that makes it look right.
Yeah. Should I do a separate order?
If you wanted to, yeah, it might be easier.
I think that might be cleaner.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
Okay.
All right. Ms. Vaughn, do you have a recommendation for the court?
Judge, my recommendation for the court would be to terminate the parental rights of Tabitha Powell. I believe that's in the best interest of the child. And to name Susan Hill the sole managing conservator and leave the visitation schedule with Christopher Tribe as it was in the prior order, which is as agreed between Christopher Tribe and Susan Hill.
All right. Thank you. Anything else from you, Ms. Vaughn?
That's all I have, Judge.
Ms. Johnson, anything else from you?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. I will find by clearing and convincing evidence that the respondent Tabitha Powell has executed an affidavit of relinquishment of parental rights. I will find by clearing convincing evidence that termination of the parental rights between Tabitha Powell and this child are in the best interest of the child. And I'll order that those parental rights are terminated. I will order that Ms. Hill be named as the sole managing servitor of this child. I'll order that the respondent Christopher Tribe be appointed as the possessory conservator of this child. I'll order that he have access to the child at all times as the parties may mutually agree. I will not order that he pay any child support at this time to Ms. Hill for the support of Malachi. I will order that Mr. Tribe pay medical support to reimburse the state of Texas for Medicaid in the amount of $110 per month, with the first payment being due and payable on September the 1st of 2020, and on the first day of each month thereafter, until this child turns 18 or graduates from high school, whichever is later, is otherwise emancipated, or until further order of the court. I will approve the order that Ms. Johnson has provided, and that all parties, as well as Ms. Vaughn, have signed. And I will ask that Ms. Johnson prepare a medical support order and present it to the court for the medical support.
Yes,
So,
sir.
is there anything else that we need to talk about today, Ms. Johnson?
I don't believe so. Ms. Hill, is there anything that we have not addressed?
No, ma'am.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Ms. Vaughn, anything else from you, ma'am?
And further, Judge, thank you.
And I assume you've been paid your fees?
I have. Ms. Hill has been paying. I think she'll get a small bill after this hearing today, but she's been paying, so we're good on that front.
Thank you very much. And Mr. Tribe, anything else from you, sir?
No, sir.
All right. Well, good luck to y'all, and take care of Malachi. Sound like he's had a bit of a tough time. Or
Yes.
more than maybe a bit. So take care of him, and hopefully everything be all right. And I appreciate you stepping into the breach there, Ms. Hill, to help take care of this child. And
Sure.
good luck to you, Mr. Tribe. Appreciate you as well.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you very much.
Y'all have a good day, all of you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
Have a great
Judge.
day.
Okay, bye.
Okay.